Welcome to this introduction to IBISworld Industry Reports. IBISworld is an industry research database that's useful for many of the courses and of the research needs of business classes. IBISworld Industry Reports provides detailed reports for industries in the U.S. at both the national and state level. They are written by industry analysts and updated almost yearly, so you can feel comfortable that you are receiving updated information. It provides an easy-to-use search interface, so it's easy to find the report that you're looking for. And the reports themselves are downloadable, so you can easily save them to your computer or to the cloud. The IBISworld industry reports are particularly useful when you need a broad description of an industry, perhaps at the beginning of your research. But they also provide specific figures for an industry's performance, like the revenue or profit margins. And they are also useful if you want to understand more specific trends of an industry. IBISworld can be found in the A to Z database list accessible from the library homepage. So let's go there together. The AU library homepage provides access to all of the databases that we have subscriptions to through this button here, the Search Databases button, located under Research Resources on the homepage. This will take you to all of the databases that we have access to, and you can search for IBISworld using the search bar on the right-hand side. You'll notice that we have two databases provided by IBISworld. The industry research reports are the ones that we're focused on right now. Procurement IQ is a completely different database with a different use. So we're going to open up in the industry reports database. IBISworld will open up to a really simple home page that has a search box right in the middle. Because of its easy-to-use search function, you can type in any words that meet or match or mirror your industry that you're looking for. Let's say you want to find a report on the fast food industry. I could do a quick search for fast food, hit the search bar, and the results list will provide me with all of the reports that mention or are close to the topic of fast food. We can see here that the first report, Fast Food Restaurants in the US, is probably the report most useful to me if I'm doing national level research. But if I'm interested in reports specifically for a certain state, I'm starting to see some of those state-level industry reports too. Like here I have an Ohio report, and underneath it, a Texas report. But like I said, you'll also find related reports inside of this database. So here we have one for chicken franchises in the United States, which is a related but more specialized industry. But I'm going to go ahead and open up the fast food restaurants in the US report, just so we can take a look at an example. These reports are multifaceted. They're pretty big. When you download the full report using this download button located here next to the title of the report, you'll get usually somewhere between 40 and 100 pages of content. All of the drop-down menus that you see on the left-hand side are parts of this report. So when we take a look at the Industry Outlook section, we are talking about the outlook for the fast food industry. Before we get into the other sections of this report, there are a couple of things I want to point out to you. The first is that this report was written by a real person. And when you go to cite this report, when you incorporate its contents into your research, you will have to cite the author of the report. You'll also see that this report has a date associated with it. We can tell that this report was recently updated, but that also means you have to cite the accurate date of its updating when you create that citation. While there are many sections of this report that will be useful to you to provide you with either a quick snapshot of the content, like the statistics overview, which provides items like the revenue or the profit or the key external drivers. There are other parts of the report that you might want to bring your energy or your attention to. One of those parts is the additional resources section located beneath the About section. The additional resources subsection tends to provide a list of national, trade, or professional associations that help to make that industry run. When you're doing industry research, you want to get your information from a variety of resources. A database like IBISworld is an excellent resource. But sometimes national associations, maybe like the National Restaurant Association, will do their own research and tend to be the voice of the industry from the inside versus from the outside. So these are clickable links. You can take a look at those industry associations and see what other research you can find. So this was a quick overview of how to use IBISworld industry reports. There is an easy-to-use interface. You can search by keyword, which makes it really easy to search, and you can download those reports when you are finished.